Arihom Bhagavad Gita Moksha Sannyasa Yoga chapter 18 verse 38. Bhagavan Krishna in the last verse said Sattvic happiness is initially like Visha, but later that is poison. But later it turns out to be Amrita, nectar. So even getting up early morning, anything you take, any good habit is like Visha in the beginning and turns out to be Amrita in the end. That is what Bhagavan Krishna said regarding sattvic happiness. Now, Rajasic happiness, verse 38. Vishayendriya samyogat yattadakre mrutopamam pariname vishamiva tatsukham rajasam smrutam. Again a wonderful verse. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, Rajasic Sugam is which one gets because of contact of sense organs with sense objects. Wonderful music. Ears contact the music. Wonderful smell. Wonderful scenery. You enjoy all the pleasures. We enjoy all the pleasures because sense organs come in contact with sense objects. In the beginning, in Rajasic Sugha, in the beginning it is like nectar. In the sense, it is easy. The contact of sense organs with desirable objects does not require any preparation of antakarana. That is your mind. Because it is quite natural, which even an animal can pick up. Swami Dayananda Saraswati quotes Adi Shankara here, who says that these enjoyments cause the destruction of one's strength, beauty, knowledge, wisdom, wealth, and enthusiasm. Then it is explained how this Rajasic happiness causes destruction of strength, beauty, knowledge, wisdom, wealth, and enthusiasm. A person who indulges in sense pursuits destroys his strength both in terms of his health and power of sense organs. Because we can say when a person ages, even if he pursues sattvic happiness, the same thing will be the result. That is, he also will naturally lose his health and power. Why in Rajasic happiness it is said that sense pursuits will destroy his strength? The answer is in Rajasic happiness, the sense pursuits accelerates this loss if one abuses the body. That is the point. If you have beauty, next strength is over, beauty. If you have beauty, you get some sugha out of it. But the beauty is everyone thinks he is the beautiest person in this world. Everyone thinks. Or everyone has a feeling that ugly duckling. If you see Tom and Jerry, there is one short this thing comes. Ugly duckling. It covers its head with a bucket and walks around because it feels I am ugly. Some people are like that also. But the one who thinks he is beautiful, he gets out of some proudness. He sees his face every 5 minutes. Nowadays, small mirror is coming. Open it, see it. Or you open your cell phone and see. Selfie. Well, you are taking selfie of yourself. You think you are beautiful. That is why. Each one gets some garva, that is akankara, out of that beauty. But the beauty cannot be retained for a long time. Every day, if you see the mirror, you will see some change in your face. Slowly, the black hair will turn into white. Then there will be wrinkles on your face. then you can see your this thing. You grow a beard, it becomes white. Now people put dye also on their beard, on their head, beard, everywhere. So naturally, the beauty, however much you try, you go for even this facial operation, whatever you do, automatically you get your beauty will go away because that is nature. So beauty cannot be retained for a long time. Why one should have garva about it? Then a person engaged in sense pursuit will hardly find time to think about dharma and adharma. Till 50 years, nobody thinks about dharma or adharma. Whatever it is, money is the main motive. You earn whatever way it comes. Atma and Anatma, he will laugh. You are wasting your time. Only after 50, 55, we get slightly matured and then think, what is this nonsense I am doing? So he hardly gets time to think about dharma and adharma. Then there is loss of discriminative knowledge. So knowledge also get destroyed. In that process, memory, the capacity to retain things is also lost. Then any pleasure you want, it will not come easy. Even if you watch TV, that gives you some sort of pleasure, but you have to pay money for it. Otherwise, that cable connection will be cut. Hence, money is required. Money will automatically go away. Any pleasure you want, anything you want to eat, anything you want to go to a movie to enjoy for 3 hours, you have to pay. Everywhere you have to pay. Enthusiasm, that also will go away because either you cannot get the same thing again and again, or you have to make more effort to gain it. So when you actually get it, then you feel like it is not like the first time. So enthusiasm also goes away. The capacity to make sense pleasures also wanes away. Think about yourself. When you are young and energetic, you are going after sense pleasure. You can eat as much as you want. Now, no, sir, it is enough. Only one time food. Once the antakarna is incapable of enjoying, antakarna is incapable of enjoying, or the sense organs or body or things that are necessary to enjoy, like money, are not available, it naturally becomes dukkha because you are not able to enjoy. So initially you enjoyed it, now it has become dukkha. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says one has to develop viveka, discrimination, in a life of sense pursuits from the early age, from 20 onwards. Otherwise, Swamiji says, I am not saying, when one reaches 60 or 70, one has no capacity to appreciate the leisure of old age. If you maintain viveka throughout your life, retirement will help. Otherwise, it is a tragedy. That is what Swami Dayananda Saraswati says. Ra- Rajasic happiness is very desirable in the beginning, but painful in the end. If your only pleasures are sense pleasures, and if you have to get them, no matter what, inevitably there will be compromise in dharma. That is the main point. The main point is Rajasic happiness, you compromise on dharma. You want money, salary is enough, but you feel no, no, I have to get that highest, costliest phone. So what you do is you compromise on dharma. The consequence will come only in the end. Then you get caught. 99 people will get away, but you will get caught. That is the point. Hence, Adi Shankara says it is poison in the end because the cause for unpleasant experiences born of wrong actions. That is adharma. Naturally, itself. Our Hinduism is based on cause and effect. What you do, 100% you cannot escape the effect. So if you do adharma for sense pleasures, you will definitely cross the dharma line, Lakshmana Rekha, and then you will suffer. That is what I understand, what Adi Shankara says. Swami Chinmayananda says, the happiness that comes when the sense organs contact the world of objects is nectarine in the beginning, but unfortunately, it vanishes quickly as it comes, dumping the enjoyer into a pit of exhaustion and disrepute. So, initially, it will not stay for a long time. Quickly, it will vanish. Rajasic happiness arises only when sense organs are in contact with sense objects. Unfortunately, this contact cannot be permanently established as the objects are always variable. Whatever object you have, nothing can be permanent. That is the thing. That is the life fundamental principle. It always changes. The subjective mind and intellect, that is the instruments that come in contact with sense objects, they are also variable and changing. Sense organs cannot always embrace the sense objects at all times with the same appetite. Even if they do so, then very object withers away. Naturally, no man can fully enjoy even the passing glitter of joy, because even at the time of enjoyment, there will be anxiety that it may leave you. Whatever enjoyment you take, you always have a feeling that one day this will go away from me. So you want to hold on to it tightly. 100% it will go away from you. That is the beauty. So even if you enjoy it, there is anxiety. So you are not completely happy. Thus, to a true thinker, the temporary joys of sense objects are not at all satisfactory, since they bury the enjoyer in a tomb of sorrow. Swami Chinmayananda gives the example of an alcoholic. Initially, the alcohol gives the drinker the pleasure. He enjoys. Wonderful, he says. But later, he suffers a lot. It damages his vital organs. The Rajasic type of happiness is pursued by men of passion. That is what Swami Chinmayananda says. I have a small example to understand this verse. You think of the oily samosa in the corner shop, especially during winter, there will be huge sale. It is definitely very tasty in the beginning. Very, very tasty. You spend time, money, you go there, stand in the queue. I have seen. You have one with chutney. They give with one wonderful green chutney. You taste it. It is wonderful. Because it's winter, hot they serve. Then while eating, you see somebody having it with channa. Then you order one more with channa. You have it again. Then you come to office or you go to home. Naturally, next day onwards, you have to go to a doctor and suffer at least for a week. So when you get cured, then you don't go for samosa. You go for chole bhatura this time. Again, same thing. Suffer, again doctor. All the sense pleasures we have are like this. Because initially it gives you happiness. While enjoying, it gives you much more happiness. Wow, you will say. But later on, you suffer. It is like poison. So that is our life of Rajasic happiness. That is what this verse says. Verse 38 again. Vishayendriya samyogat yattadakre mrutopamam परिणामे विषमिव तत्सुखं राजसं स्मृतम्. Next verse tomorrow. Hari Om. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana